Hello and welcome to today's edition of Make It Plain with Tracy. Map it with Tracy. Okay, so it's about the conversation on habits. We've been talking about habits, good habits, and we've said if you do something consistently for 21 days, it stays, it sits with you. That's the good thing about habits. So you can unlearn old habits, you can learn new habits. And now what we're saying is learn new habits to spur you towards being the effective you that you are in search of. Oh, yes, you're looking for you, that effective part of you that can deliver, achieve tasks, be excited, and at the end of the day, be fulfilled about what you've turned your desires to be, which are the goals. So, welcome once again, and we're going to take this conversation further on habits. So, we took a model from Stephen Covey, who has a book, one of his best selling books, titled The Seven Habits of Effective People. So, what are we trying to do? We're learning from compilations as well. So, if you look around you, we gave an example a few weeks ago. There are people around you that you know are consistently on point. What are the secrets? And these are some of the things we've been sharing to, unfolding in our conversation. So today we want to look at two interesting habits. One of them says, seek first to understand and then be understood. This is the fifth habit that Stephen Covey shared in his book. Seek first to understand, then be understood. And then this other one, the sixth one, is synergy is a habit. And we're going to talk more on it. So starting all over, just to remind you where we kicked off from, we looked at the first four habits. We said be proactive, not reactive. Don't wait until things get out of hand and then start running helter skelter. That's not a very good habit. So learn to be proactive, put foresight into things you do and not be reactive. The next one we said is begin with the end in mind. Before you start a thing, ask yourself, what's in it for me really? Why are you chasing those things you're chasing? We also looked at the third habit that says put first things first. That speaks to prioritization, which takes you to the topic of planning. To plan yourself, prioritize, make choices, decide, drop some things, balance things to be able to continuously be effective. And then we said think win-win. When you go into a pursuit, don't really look out for the downfall of others. I mean, if you need to spread your wings, just have this mindset that hey, the world is big enough for everyone, the ocean is big enough for every boat, every ship. So that's the spirit. So today, welcome to our conversation around seeking first to understand so that you can then be understood. So he speaks about communication. In communication, is never one way. If you just sit down and just like some radio stations, I mean, just broadcast, you're speaking, you're talking, you're not listening, you're not getting anything back. That's one way, and that's not an effective style of communication. So, seek first to understand, which means listen, probe, be interested in what is before you, what someone is saying. Take for instance, you go to see the eye doctor, he listens. Any doctor really will sit, listen to you, your story, how it started, how that they listen to understand. And at the end of that exercise, then they can now prescribe because they can now diagnose from your story, your symptoms. They are now able to understand what you're experiencing, and from their own well of knowledge, they begin to now prescribe. That speaks to seeking first to understand before being understood. Some people find it difficult to listen. It's something we continuously talk about. You need to be intentional about listening. You need to be deliberate. You need to, you don't listen to respond. You listen sometimes and you're not really listening, but you're hearing. As someone is talking to you, the body language is showing that you're not really there. And some of that times you even someone tries to call your attention and you're like, hey, be talking, I'm hearing you, be talking, I'm hearing you. That's not a very good habit. So let's try to listen more, seek to understand, have empathy, put yourself in the picture And I think that way you become more effective. Even in the Bible, King Solomon, when he needed to judge the case between the two prostitutes who were arguing, oh, the dead child, there was a situation where both of them had children and one died, and then the other one was claiming that the one who was alive, both of them were claiming that the one who is alive is my child. That was a very dicey situation. But so hey, King Solomon listened, applied this habit of effective people, and he was able to slice the dice. All right, so the next habit is it's synergy is synchronizing energy. You alone, you are strong, you're powerful. Oh great, we know. But hey, it's more interesting when you take two, three, four people from different spheres of life, different exposures, different experiences. You bring them all together and we try to achieve the same task. We'll do better, far better, because we're bringing in diversity, we're bringing in different experiences. Really, that's the power of synergy. It's only in the synergy conversation that 10 plus 5 equal to 1, 2 plus 5, 7, 8, whatever, everything is equal to 1, because there's just one objective at the end of the day. One very beautiful explanation or example I'd like to share about synergy is something I experienced. I've had different trainings I've attended, and in one of them we were given an assignment, a group task, and we had a pack of spaghetti, we had a fresh egg, we had tapes like sellotapes, we had some materials, and we're asked to build something. You guys be creative in your team, take the spaghetti and build. I mean, the very first time that assignment came to me, I didn't even know where to start. But before you know, people start thinking, okay, we can start from here. Let's take a lot of spaghettis. We make the base. We do this, we do that. And at the end of the day, your egg should sit on whatever you build. That talks about stability, having to build something that's stable. So it was quite interesting. And you picture it. You can try it at home. Get a full packet of spaghetti. Get sellotape. Get an egg and see what you can build. How can you make it stand and that will hold an egg? So synergy has its own benefits. So with synergy, you can do more. There's a saying that says if you want to go far, go with people. But if you want to go fast, you just start springing or sprinting, and you just see yourself going far. I mean fast. But you really want to go far. You want to have the ability to be adaptive, flexible, and all of that, then hey, you need to go with people, have a team, because where your own strength stops, people begin to bring in ideas. Teamwork pays, synergy pays. So that is a habit. However, attitudes, attributes, characteristics, things we need to begin to consciously imbibe so that we become effective in our pursuits. That's what we're saying. Don't get carried away. These are behaviors we're asking you to learn. You want to be a better version of you, then come on, start being proactive, start thinking win-win, start having synergy, the mindset of synergy. People do what they call akawo, some sort of contribution. You go to the market and you're buying stuff. Sometimes you just see a particular seller says, oh madam, oga, hold on, and he's bringing out a certain amount, submitting to someone, and the person ticks something on the paper. So they do these contributions, right? They do these contributions. Some people do every month, they take a certain amount, 12 of them, 20 of them come together, they put an amount. So in January, someone takes all of that. So if it's 10,000 naira times 10 people, you're already having 100,000 naira in January. And by February, someone else takes it, and so on and so forth. So that's also the power of collaboration, synergy. When you come together, you achieve more, than when you do things alone. So I hope that was useful. This is Map It, Make It Play with Tracy. We're simplifying concepts, principles, ideas, and I am telling you that yes, you can. It's not easy. You put in the work, and I'll see you at the top. So enjoy yourself. Have a wonderful week, and see you again next time. Next week, same time, for the last habit, according to Stephen Covey, whose model we use for this particular conversation. Why do you do the things you do? Why are you so effective? Why is the other person just efficient, running process, checking the box, and not having the value the end in mind. So we're going to pick good habits. Promise me, oh yes, promise me you will pick new habits, learn them, and after 21 days of effective practice, you realize that it becomes a part of you. So thank you once again, and see you next week in our next edition. I love you, Tracy Dapper, your host. Map it, map it, map it with Tracy. Thank you.